Like many Christians who grew up in the church, I can't pinpoint the exact moment I was saved, but I know without a doubt that God has been working my life at the very beginning. Also, like many who were raised in the church, I spent years with one foot in the church and one foot in the world. I believed in God, but I also chased after worldly things, success, financial security, and the approval of others. I worked hard to achieve those goals, but if I'm honest, I was more focused on glorifying myself than glorifying God. A few months ago, something in me shifted. I realized I was tired of striving, tired of chasing, and never truly being content. Around that time, God brought to mind a passage from Daniel chapter 3, verse 17 and 18, where Daniel's three friends respond to King Nebuchadnezzar. If this be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace. But even if he does not, we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image. That verse struck me. I asked myself, could I still trust and worship God, even if life doesn't turn out the way I want? Could I remain faithful to God even when faced with death? I wanted to have that kind of faith, a faith that desired God for who he is and not just what he gives. But as I tried to pursue God more deeply, I kept stumbling. I couldn't escape my selfish desires. In my discouragement, the enemy began whispering lies. You must not be saved. How can you call yourself a child of God? As John chapter 8 verse 44 says, when Satan lies, he speaks out of his own character, for he is a liar and the father of lies. I shared a bit of this struggle with my community group, and I know many prayed for me. In that season, I fully surrendered to God, and he reminded me of two specific moments in my story. As a 20-year-old college student, I prayed to God to please never let go of me. Even if I let go of God, I prayed that he would never lose his grip on me, and asked him to pursue me until the end. And number two, he reminded me of something even earlier. When I was just 2 weeks old, I was diagnosed with sepsis, and I was in very critical condition. God spoke to my heart and said, I saved you that day. No one in my family at the time was a believer. No one was praying for me, but God still chose to save me. Because as it says in Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1, I have called you by name and you are mine. God reminded me that I belong to him, and that he will never lose his grip on me. And I'm here because God has set me free. I set down my will, my fears, and my doubts at the foot of the cross. Romans chapter 14, verse 8 states, For if we live, we live to the Lord, and if we die to the Lord. So then whether we live or whether we die, we are the Lord's. Regardless of the outcomes of my life, I will choose to remain faithful and trust in God's goodness. Thank you.